Hey guys, welcome to another Addicts Alliance video. This is for the month of September, and the theme that was chosen was paranormal. As always, the link to the poll to vote for next month's theme will be in the description below, so please remember to vote. And we also have a featured artist for this month, designs by Cat Pro, so please make sure to go check out his video to see how he handled this theme. And of course, remember to check out all the other members' videos to see how they handle the theme as well. So I had a really hard time figuring out what I really wanted to do with this theme, even though there's so many different ways you could take a theme like this. It could be really dark, it could be kind of humorous, I guess you could be that way about pretty much any theme, but this one in particular, I knew there was just so many different ways you could take it, and just nothing was really coming to me. So the first thing I did was just start reading some creepypastas, which if you don't know what a creepypasta is, it just is basically like a copy and paste. So creepypasta, copy, paste, story, like a scary story that just kind of gets copy and pasted around the internet and people start to think it's real, blah, blah, blah. And to me, those have always been fun, in my opinion. I've never been a big, horror person, horror movie person. But I've always really, enjoyed, the little, not scares, but, just, I kind of just enjoy, the little creepy, urban tale kind of stuff. That's always been a lot more fun to me. So I read this one that was, about this road that people would go down and never return or something. And it was basically that people were falling into this, huge chasm that they couldn't see because the way, it looked like the road continued or whatever. And I thought that was kind of a cool idea. I was really determined to make it work for a while. I tried a bunch of different things, but I just, I explored further, and for a while I thought about doing something kind of based on a movie that was based on a book called Lantern Hill that used to freak me out as a child. Probably the scariest thing I ever watched myself, where there was this old lady that would okay, the 80s may have been cheesy, but they had this way of making things very subtly creepy, okay? This wind that would blow through, there was this old woman who would be it's very hard to forget someone like that. And then there was this car went over this cliff, ironically. But so I thought about making this piece kind of based on that, based on this old woman that used to give me nightmares literally for years. But I just didn't really like that either. And then I thought about maybe a more humorous approach, more illustrative approach about this girl, maybe teenage girl, complaining about a breakup or complaining about something to the monster under her bed who just wants to sleep. But I knew that this was kind of not exactly a rare opportunity, but that was maybe a little bit more in line with something that I would normally do, and I wanted to do something a little different. So the next day I sat down to do more thumbnails, and I kind of was feeling it a little bit more, and I don't know, I just came up with this idea of the mask in the grass, and I just liked the simplicity of it. So I went with that, and I have to apologize for some missing footage. I forgot to hit record whenever I was doing the grass, so all that's not there. But this didn't quite turn out exactly how I wanted it to. I did some color thumbnails to figure out what colors I was going to use, because I knew that the palette would need to be a little bit more desaturated. And I was just a little unsure on what to do. And then what ultimately ends up happening is I didn't really like the final painting as much as I did the thumbnail. I thought I just had some better contrast and stuff. with that. But, you know, this was already my second attempt, and I wasn't about to do it a third time. I found that it helped making the painting a little smaller, because the first painting I had was like a little too large, and I don't really like doing large areas of like a single color. Of course you're going to be layering it, but I don't know, I just don't like it. And I think because all the elements in the painting were really large, making it larger just made it harder to me, if that makes sense. But yeah, like, all in all, I'm pretty glad that I did this. It is definitely something different than what I would normally do. I don't really have like a story behind it. I think it's pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, like I said, make sure to go check out everyone else's videos. I'm really excited to see and hear them this month, because I'm sure I'm going to hear some pretty cool ghost stories, perhaps. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.